We see that a trustworthy ministry is one where God's word of truth is spoken boldly and gladly suffered for. First, in verse 2, we see that a trustworthy ministry is verified by how God's word is handled during opposition. How God's word is handled during opposition. Notice verse 2. But after we had already suffered and been mistreated in Philippi, as you know, we had the boldness in our God to speak to you the gospel of God amid much struggle. Paul reminds them that he came into town with wounds on his body. He came to Thessalonica having already suffered, he says, in Philippi, the town northeast of Thessalonica. And according to Acts chapter 16, we remember that story of Paul together with Silas, who were beaten with rods, thrown into the deepest part of the Philippian jail, and their feet were locked into stocks overnight. And he speaks of their suffering. They had personally, physically felt this in Philippi, and by the time they would have arrived in Thessalonica, which was probably a week or so after leaving Philippi, the evidence of the physical wounds would have still been there. So what is he calling the Philippians to remember? His wounds. I didn't come with a cloak of the best dressed salesman in town. I came as a beaten missionary. So what do we see? We see that a trustworthy ministry is one where God's word of truth is spoken boldly and gladly suffered for.